Hey guys, PeeCarNoo here, bringing you guys on the GTA 5 video, and in today's video, something a bit different, which I should have posted yesterday because I actually recorded this quite early on, but I forgot to put it public, so yeah, great to me. So anyway, what we're going to be talking about is the 3 new DLC cars that are already in the game, they just haven't been released yet. Now, probably tell from my voice, I'm extremely tired because of those videos I posted when the DLC came out, but massive appreciation on the support on those videos. But anyway, the 3 new cars that are in the game, but they're not actually in the game for us to actually use unless you're on PC and you can have access to the files, blah blah blah. We're going to be talking about them, and this is going to be quite interesting because up first we have the Proto Tipo, whatever it's called. Weird name, weird car. I mean, this is the back, this is not the front of the car. I mean, it looks like an F1 car has actually made love between, you know, like another car, and it's just submerged into there, and it's just melted the front end of an F1 car. Now, it looks very cool, it looks huge, this car looks massive, it's so wide, it's like something you see out of a Batman film, literally the Batmobile that has had like some TLC, you know, some colouring crayons on top, made it really, really fancy. But in the spec sheet on the actual game files, it is down to be the fastest car in the game, but those things don't really matter because, like I said, this car looks huge, and you know, if you're squeezing through, you know, tight sections in the road and, you know, things like that, it's going to be quite difficult. Although it's on paper the fastest car, that isn't necessarily the case all the time. There's many real life examples of that. You know, for example, you know, there's more brake horsepower in, let's say, a McLaren than there is to a Porsche 911 Turbo S, and you know, off the line a Turbo S is quicker even though it's got less brake horsepower, blah blah blah. But anyway, that is basically what I'm trying to say. Now, the other car we have looks to be like a sports car. It's like a Massacre. It's like a modern day version of a Massacre. It's got this sort of like little Vanquish rear end on it, more modernized. This car looks quite cool. It could be the new potential sports car to be up against, you know, but again, it looks quite soft. It looks quite like a cruiser. It doesn't look that racing orientated. It's got that sort of 177 front end to it, Aston Martin. Obviously, it's an Aston Martin game, but it just doesn't look that race bred. You know, like you're gonna race in it, and you know, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But the cars do look quite interesting, and then, you know, we've obviously got the car that I'm mostly interested for, which is basically the Porsche 918. Now, they've actually done quite a good job in terms of the design. It basically looks like an exact replica of the car, but from the files that I've seen from many people have posted, it's not that high up in terms of the actual specs. But again, this car could have an insane 4-wheel drive system. It could have insane, you know, levels of nimbleness that we don't know until we actually get the cars in the game. You know, it looks to be like sort of Osiris, maybe potentially just below T20 pace, but again, we're just gonna have to see. Amazing looking cars. You can't fault Rockstar for not having an imagination on these cars because they do look fantastic. But the Proto Tipo, you know, that car there is an interesting car. It's an interesting car. Put it on screen now because this is the car that everyone's going to be talking about, and the reason being is because it looks so different to any other car that we've ever had in the game. Now, why Rockstar have done this is quite interesting because if you think about it, they've made this car look completely different and completely offset to any other car in the game. There's a reason to this. Now, there's a reason to it. Could this potentially be a new class in GTA 5? Could this be, you know, just a different section in GTA 5? We don't know that. Potentially it could be. It could be a race car class. We don't know that. Rockstar could have finally got into that. But we don't. We have to wait until the cars actually drop. And, you know, for anyone that's going to be in the comments now, when does it drop? We don't know. It could be a next month. You know, I think the Part 2 Ill-Gotten Games came out, was it like 3 weeks after the Part 1? So potentially that could be the similar thing here. But I just wanted to say, the car isn't out yet officially to actually judge and, you know, claim that it's the fastest car, because we're just going to have to wait and see. Although the numbers say on the spec sheet that it is the quickest car in the game files, in terms of acceleration, in terms of, you know, the best gear ratios, in terms of, you know, the less amount of drag that's on the car. You know, through the corners, it's a fat turd. Like, it looks so awkward, you know, through like tight sections of the track. This could be a very heavy car. It could feel so awkward to drive, but we don't know that. So anyone that's going to be worrying about this car in the future overtaking every single supercar out there, on paper, yes, it does look like that is going to happen, but Rockstar can tweak a few things. They could realise, yep, this is too far, this is, you know, maybe a potential error in the code. We don't know that. I mean, they can hotfix anything at any given time. They don't want one car to have, you know, a rule over every single car. Because they've made the supers now so balanced, they're not going to just destroy that straight away. Well, in theory, they're not going to destroy that straight away, but anyway, this is just a little video just to give you the heads up that 3 new cars are on the way. 3 new cars are potentially going to be the fastest cars in their given class, but we're going to have to wait and see, and I will be testing it on this channel, so make sure you subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.